Hi everyone, thank you for joining me here on my channel today. We're going to be looking at how to make this belt buckle look like new again. As you can tell, this has got a lot of stuff going on with it. So we want to make this look polished and shined, and I'm going to show you what product I use as well as the method I use. So stay tuned. So this is the product we're going to be using today. We're going to be using Brasso, and it cleans other types of metals as well. You just don't want to use it on things like silver or silver plate because it is a mild abrasive. The other warning I like to give is it does have an odor, unfortunately, and this is just the best way I have found to clean these belt buckles, so that's why I use this product. But there is an odor if you're sensitive to that. And all you're going to need is something to rub it on with, and then this is what I'm going to use to polish it. And I am going to let mine sit. So let's start with that. And then I'm just going to rub it all over the belt buckle. You may want to use gloves as well, but you also can just make sure to wash your hands after use. I'm going to use quite a bit. You don't need to use a lot of this polish, but this one is so heavily tarnished that I'm going to use quite a bit so I can get it into all the grooves. And then you don't always need to let these belt buckles sit, but for this one, I'm going to let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes just to give this a better chance at doing the heavy duty work that it needs to. And I'm going to seal it up for those 5 to 10 minutes in this. Now, if you don't have something that's heavily tarnished like this one, then you don't need to let it sit, but I have to with this case. Okay, so let's start. And other things you can use besides like a toothbrush, I'm using a soft bristled one, is you could use another microfiber cloth. Some will use a high grit wet sandpaper. It just depends what works for you. Also, just to reiterate, or not reiterate, but to share, sometimes people don't want to get rid of the patina, so this is personal preference. So I'm not saying do this to every piece you get, because some people really like to have the patina on it. So there we go, and then we're going to just start doing a circular motion. Okay, so here's where we kind of are right now. And since this one had so much going wrong with it, I'm going to go ahead and rinse this, dry it off completely, and then I'm going to probably go for a second round of it. And again, why I use a toothbrush is it helps get in between all these grooves on this belt buckle. So I wanted to show you that since this back is got a lot of gunk on it, I'm using a high grit 800 sandpaper, and also it's wetted, and that's helping get a lot of this ground in stuff that's hard to get off. So you can also do that method if you've got a belt buckle that's like mine. Or any brass, any metal that's as tarnished as this. Okay, so here is after rinsing and drying it that second time. And as you can tell, this is pretty big difference. We can actually see there's a year on it and a brand now. And I could keep going if I really wanted to get the rest of this off, but I think this is pretty amazing. For a little bit of time and elbow grease. And do keep that in mind. It does take some elbow grease and effort, but this is a pretty big difference. So this product, I will have it linked in the description of my video. It's not sponsored at all. It's just an Amazon link. And guys, it's nice and cheap, which is the best part.